What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. Welcome you to the final part for Silent Hill 2 Remake. Yes, that's right. We are finally done after this part. So, in this video, I am going to be covering pretty much every other trophy that I have yet to get in this game, and I'm going to be showing you guys all of the remaining endings that I have not gotten in the game up until this point. There's 6 endings that I have not gotten yet, and I'm basically going to go through everything in chronological order here, from the beginning of the playthrough to the end of the playthrough, to walk you guys through this all as best as I can. So, going over the trophies real quick, we're going to be doing a New Game Plus run, so we're going to be getting the I Saw That Town trophy. We're going to be getting the Goodest Boy trophy, which you get for reaching the dog ending. We're going to be getting the Tinfoil Hat trophy, which is for reaching the UFO ending. And we are going to be getting the Vicious Circle ending for reaching the Maria ending, by far the most in-depth ending out of them all. We're going to be getting the Defy Even Death trophy for reaching the Rebirth ending. And we're going to be getting the Party Like It's 2001 for seeing all the classic endings. There are a few other trophies on that list that I'm going to be going over in a little bit, but yeah. Starting off here, the very first thing we're going to do in the playthrough, as soon as we're done talking to Angela in the cemetery, we're going to do step number 1 of 6 for the Rebirth ending. I just want to clarify that I have added a lot of extra steps for each and every single one of these endings. I don't know if all of these steps are required for getting these endings, but it's my fucking video and I'm considering them steps anyways. So the last miscellaneous trophy we're going to be getting is the Lumberjack. This is for finding the chainsaw. This is right after the cemetery. When you're in this section with the like the cornfield and all of that, the chainsaw is going to be sitting here next to these logs, and you're going to hear it too. And pretty much as soon as you pick the chainsaw up, you're going to get the trophy. So there it is. Yeah, I know I said there were a couple of other miscellaneous trophies. The only other one is the Platinum trophy, but yeah. After grabbing the chainsaw, this is part 1 of the Stillness ending, step 1 of 4. We're basically going to run. This is on the main path here. We need the chainsaw because we're going to use it to basically bust into this car window here. And in this car window is going to be a key. You don't need to go into the menu screen to equip the chainsaw, by the way. You pretty much automatically have it as soon as you pick it up. It's like your default weapon. And if you want to switch back to the pipe, then you have to go to the menu to actually switch weapons. So step number 1 of the dog ending. This is where I am on the map. I did a little bit of roaming around here to try and find some stuff, but basically, you're gonna come across this this vet here, this pet store, this pet shop rather, and this isn't here in a new game. So I just want to clarify: if you want to get all these endings and do everything I'm doing in this video, you need to do a New Game Plus run. If you do New Game, there's no way you're gonna get all of these endings. You might still be able to get the Maria ending, but you will not be able to get the 5 additional endings, which are the dog, UFO, Stillness, Bliss, and I can't remember the other one for some reason. I'm forgetting about it already. But in the back of the shop here is going to be this key, or like broken key part. That's the start of the dog ending. Now we're going to be starting the UFO ending. And basically, just next door, in the shop next door, we're going to smash this window here. And in this window is going to be this right here, which we need for the UFO ending, by the way. It's the blue gem. And now we're going to jump ahead to the Saul Street apartments, where you have to go. Again, it's on the main path. When you make it up to the rooftop of the Saul Street apartments up here, you can try to open that door, but it's not going to open. You're going to start hearing UFO sounds, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to pull the blue gem out and inspect it. You don't have to do it right here by the eyeball. Another guide I saw said that you had to, but you don't. You can just pull it out as soon as you get out onto the rooftop, inspect it, and when it starts to glow like that, that means you're in the right place, basically, and you're on track for getting this ending. Next up, again, this is a step. I'm not sure if this actually counts towards the Maria ending, but I'm showing it anyway. In the coin puzzle, at the very, very end, when they tell you to choose the coin, you're going to put the lady coin in there to get the apartment 201 key. That's step 1 out of 20 for the Maria ending. And here, when you get to Rosewater Park on the dock, just before you meet Maria, you're going to hear the UFO sounds again. So you're going to pull the blue gem out again and inspect it. Once again, once it starts shining, that means you're in the right place, basically. So I'm including a bunch of extra steps for Maria here. The first step, or second step rather, is to grab the car jack, because basically during this section where we're with Maria, you want to spend as much time with her as possible. I know it sucks. I know it's really boring. It's the most boring part of the game, especially on your third time, but I walked through most of this and didn't run, and I checked out as much as I could. There's an echo right there with some dialogue. You can also go into Pete's Bolorama, and there's some dialogue with Maria as well. Just pretty much take her everywhere. Take her everywhere, spend at least 10 minutes around her, and don't rush through this section of the game. And do everything you can. Like, trigger as much dialogue as you can with her. But there is dialogue, again, as soon as you walk into Pete's Bolorama. I'm talking over this dialogue because, honestly, I don't know how to show you guys the dialogue and do my commentary at the same time. And also, at this point, I just want the game to be done, and I want you guys to experience some of these interactions on your own, without, watching my video. So, step 1 of the Bliss ending, here in Pete's Bolorama, there's a safe back here, and the code is 1887. By the way, if you want to find the actual code for this, the letter that you pick up all the way at the end of the road past the Historical Society on New Game Plus will have that code on it for you, if you're wondering. So, step number 5 of 20 for the Maria ending, we're going to come to the Historical Society. There's more dialogue here. I just kind of let her talk for a bit. And, yeah, when she finishes, try to open up the door, and there will be some dialogue, basically. That this counts as, this actually does count, I believe, towards the Maria ending, coming here to the Historical Society. And yeah, as you can see, as soon as you inspect the door, it's going to trigger some dialogue between the two of them. Step 6, we're going to put the car jack in, and there's a little bit more dialogue here. And again, it's exploring that we're doing with Maria, so as long as you're keeping her close to you at all times and you're spending as much time with her as possible, you should trigger this ending. It's really annoying to get the Maria ending. Like I said, as you can see, it literally took me 3 playthroughs to finally get the Maria ending, because there's like a hidden point system in this game, and it's very, very specific with the Maria ending. Here, I'm not sure if this counts, but I always come here into room 106, because there's also dialogue in here with her. Just, hang out in here until the dialogue is over. There's a health drink and some ammo. And step 8, which actually does count towards the Maria ending. After you're done, in here, basically, we're going to exit the room, and we're going to go up to room 108, and there is an interaction that we can have with her here. So we're going to break this window, jump in, and we're going to let her in, basically, by unlocking the door. Then we're going to go to room 107, which is just next door, by breaking through the wall. We're going to pick up the janitor or maintenance man note or whatever, toolbox memo. As soon as we read this, when we go back through this, squeeze through here, there's a little dialogue interaction that you can have with her. And step 9, I'm including this as a step, but this applies for the entire game. This is the only section in the game where Maria is actually going to get attacked by an enemy. And basically, the whole point of me showing this is to emphasize that you need to take care of Maria. Do not let her get grabbed. Do not let her take any damage from any of the enemies. That one situation I just showed you is the only situation where you can allow her to get grabbed. Every other situation, don't let her get grabbed. Rebirth ending step number 2, there's that item right there on the table that wasn't there in the original run. And then step 10 for Maria, there's more dialogue you can have with her right here. And again, I'm just going to skip right through this to make the video a little bit shorter. Dog ending step number 2 out of 3 in the same exact area. I think just down the street around the corner. You're gonna see this doggy door here, this doggy gate, and we're gonna go through it. Again, this is not available in New Game, only New Game Plus. And basically, you're gonna find this broken key part in the doghouse, and we're gonna combine the two of them. And then we're not gonna do anything with this all the way until the end of the game. So you're basically on track for getting the dog ending at this point. So congrats. Another step for the Maria ending, when we're in Heaven's Night here, this is an actual step that you should follow. Basically, we're going to go onto the dance floor, and there's going to be some dialogue between the two of them, some banter that, I mean, not banter, but just dialogue that we're going to experience, and it does, I believe, count towards the Maria ending. During the hospital section, when we first leave Maria in this room, as soon as the game gives us control again, we're going to go back into the room and we're going to exhaust all of the dialogue options that the game gives us. So we're going to talk to her, I believe, 3 times. And we're basically going to check on her 3 separate times throughout the hospital section. So this is the first instance where we're going to check on her. Like I said, just exhaust every single dialogue option until she kind of rolls over, and that's the end of that. Cutting ahead a little bit, when you get the first bracelet, which is going to be here in this room, on the first floor, you're going to fall down here, and the bracelet's going to be right here. As soon as you grab the bracelet, and there's going to be a little bit of an encounter, but I basically skipped through it. As soon as you grab the bracelet, first thing you're going to do is go back upstairs, and we're going to go and check on her again, basically a second time. So go through these double doors, make a right, go down past the elevators, and she's going to be here in C5. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to check on her one last time, or another time, a second time. It's going to trigger a cutscene. So this is step number 2 of the Bliss ending. This is when you're outside in like the back or like courtyard, backyard area of like the hospital here. There's this gazebo here. We're gonna go into the gazebo, and there's gonna be another item in here that's only available on New Game Plus. Be aware, as soon as you get in here, there's a mannequin that's gonna jump you. Just get him with a chainsaw, and you should be good. And the item, is gonna be the small chest, and you can also combine the small chest with the rusted key too. But just don't drink that White Clawdy at all. We're gonna save that until pretty much the room where we put the tape in the Lakeview Hotel. So step number 14, after you solve the puzzle in the director's office and get the rooftop key, we're gonna go and check on Maria one last time, and we're gonna get this cutscene, which is kind of unfinished a little bit. It's very, very laggy, but basically, he's going to come in here and he's going to find out that she's gone. James is going to be like, where'd she go? And that's pretty much step 14. We're going to cut to the other world section of the hospital here. During this section with Maria, when we're putting the rings on the door here before the Pyramid Head chase, we're going to put the lead ring first, and then we're going to put the copper ring on afterwards, because that does actually count, believe it or not. Now we're going to go back to the Rebirth ending. This is in the South Vale Otherworld section. When you get to the Historical Society and use the key to get into the Historical Society, the third item is going to be here inside the Historical Society. So we're going to run around the corner here, turn around, and it's going to be the chalice, I think. Yeah, the obsidian goblet. Next up in the labyrinth, I don't know if this actually counts once again, but I'm showing it anyway. After we see Maria here, behind the bars, we're going to basically visit her. We're going to go back into the room and visit her, and she's just going to be like humming and stuff all casually. We're going to visit her after every single area, basically. So after the first area that you go to, when James gets up and you have control again, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go through the door to the right, down the stairs, and we're going to go and check on her again. And again, she's going to be humming. So Again, I don't know if this actually counts towards the Maria ending, but I am showing it anyway because I was trying to be as thorough as possible because I did not want to play through this game a fourth time. So check on her that time, and then after the desolate area, which is where you go into like Pyramid Head's lair, we're going to check on her again a third time. And then you don't have to check on her anymore after that because after you get through the like third area, you know, she's basically dead. This version of her is dead, and that whole cutscene plays out. You guys know, you've already experienced this twice before, so yeah. When we arrive at Lakeview Hotel in the boat, as soon as James steps out of the boat and this cutscene is over, it's just a little cinematic that plays. When the game gives us control again, we're going to hear the UFO sounds, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to inspect that blue gem once again. So you can just inspect it right here as soon as the game gives you control. Now we're going to be getting the dog ending first. So this is step 3 out of 3. Most important thing to note here, before you do the whole music box puzzle, create a save here. I create a save here so that I could reload it several times every single time I get an ending, and then I could just come back and do the other ending. And it's just very important that you create that save. As soon as you're done with the music box puzzle, we're going to go up to the 3rd floor, and we're going to use the key to get into the 3rd floor, and basically, instead of going into the room where the tape is, there's going to be another room available to us. So use the key to get into the 3rd floor, to get through this like little gate here, the 3rd floor corridor key. And then we're going to use the dog key to get into the observation room, which is just right here to the right.
Pokaż. Nie! To nie może być prawda.
So there's the dog ending, probably one of the strangest endings in the game, next to this next ending that we're going to be going for, which is the UFO ending. So there's 2 trophies there, the goodest boy, and the other trophy I got was for completing the game on New Game Plus. So to start the final step for the UFO ending, once you get to the main menu, we're just going to reload the save. For a majority of these, you can actually reload the autosave. The reason why we created the save is for the rebirth ending, which, if you guys don't know why, there is potentially a way you could screw up the endings if you don't do the save at just the right time. So I was just kind of following a guide there, so I would recommend following what I do if you don't want to screw up these endings. So same thing as before, we're going to go up to the 3rd floor, and there's basically one last spot in the game where we're going to inspect the blue gem, and it's going to be in the room where we play the tape. So use the key, the 3rd floor corridor key, to gain access once again. And like I said, as soon as we get into the tape room, we are basically going to inspect the blue gem one last time, and that is going to trigger the UFO ending. Next up is going to be the Bliss ending. So that's the tinfoil hat trophy. So when you're ready, just skip ahead again to like the main menu. And the final step for the Bliss ending is just as simple as the UFO ending. So we're going to reload the autosave once again. And this is the last time I'm going to show this trip. So you guys don't have to worry about it. Me showing you guys walking up these stairs again after this. But basically, you know, as soon as the game lets us, we're going to reload the save. We're going to run up the stairs into the third floor. And the only difference this time is as soon as we get into the tape room, before we put the tape in, we are going to drink the White Claudia, which we picked up in Brookhaven Hospital, if you guys remember, like literally 10 minutes ago. So same thing as always, same dealio. Use the key to get into the third floor corridor. We're then going to make our way towards the tape room, room 312. And like I said, as soon as you gain access to the tape room, drink the White Claudia, and then as soon as you put the tape in, that will trigger the Bliss ending.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Promise you'll take me again, James.
I promise.
Come on, we need to finish packing. James, honey, did something happen?
Oh, no, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, and that to me is honestly one of the saddest endings in the game. I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of sad endings in this game. This is a sad game in general, so now we're going to get the Maria ending. This is what I chose to go for next, and I can't tell you guys how fucking stressed out I was at this point. Like, am I going to get the ending? I really want to get the ending so bad, but thankfully I was able to get it, so at the end of the double pyramid head fight, we're going to pick up both of the eggs, but this time we're going to go through the door with the scarlet egg, that we put the scarlet egg in, And as soon as we get into this hallway here, this is part of step 19, we're just going to run through this hallway and ignore everything that Mary has to say. Just run through the hallway and get through it as quick as possible. And then step 20 is basically simply just beat the game. We're going to defeat the final boss, and that is going to give us the Maria ending. So yeah, if you climb up the ladder before the final boss and Mary is sitting in the bed, then you've basically made it to the Maria ending. So congrats, you've gotten probably the most annoying ending in the game in my opinion. So just finish her off and that'll trigger the ending.
James.
What is this?
It's what you've been looking for.
Let's go. Better do something about that cough.
Okay, and there's the Vicious Circle trophy. So same as usual, we're going to basically skip through this credit section unless you want to sit through it, which I don't know why, unless you're trying to waste as much time as possible. Now we're going to be getting the stillness ending. So when you get here into this area with like the cutscene with Angela, we're going to skip it because we've already seen it a million times at this point. We're going to run up the stairs, and I gave you guys the code for the safe for the Bliss ending, but I don't know the code for this ending, for the safe on this ending. I had never figured it out. I basically just looked it up. So put in the exact same code that I put in here. As soon as you get here into this office, like the director's office or whatever, there's going to be a safe. Basically the key that we got all the way at the beginning of the game, we're going to put it, the key of sorrow here in the safe, and the code is going to be 314. So this is step 2 of 4 for the stillness ending. I'm pretty sure it's the final step too. I'm pretty sure you can just beat the game in any way to get this ending, but I'm just going to show this anyway because I'm not sure if it actually affects the ending. But here I decided to go through the rust-colored door, and I decided to listen to everything that Mary had to say, basically, because it's a variation of the in-water ending, technically. So we're going to beat the boss, and once we beat the boss, that will give us the stillness ending. So congrats, we only have one ending left to get, and it's the rebirth ending. So just finish her off, as usual, to trigger the ending.
James.
I tried. I really did, but I can't go on without you. I can't forgive myself for what I've done.
I know. What's wrong, honey?
I miss you so much. I am sorry. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Will you wait for me?
James. I've always been waiting for you.
And there we go. It's going to go into the credits again, and just like usual, we're going to skip through the credits and go back to the main menu. And this is the one time where we are going to reload the save, the manual save that we created for the Rebirth ending. Basically, there's one last item that we have to get, and it's in like the lost and found areas. So just reload the save, go out this door, make a left, come in through the lost and found. Do not grab this item until you do it. Basically, until you reload the save. Do the save and then grab the item. Grab the book, solve the music box puzzle. I decided to go through the rust-colored door, so just defeat the double pyramid head fight one last time, and of course when the cutscene starts, you can just skip it. Yeah, I think I went through the rust-colored egg door, and I basically listened to what Mary had to say here for this ending. So pick up both of the eggs. If you want to loot the area, you can. I didn't loot the area because I had it on light difficulty, and I pretty much destroyed the double pyramid heads. So pick up the ammo if you want it. Like I said, I'm doing a little bit of looting here, so I don't think it matters. Just like the last optional ending, the stillness ending, I don't think it matters what door you go through, but just to be sure, I would go through the rust-colored egg door and listen to everything she has to say. Then beat the boss, just like usual, and that'll give you the Rebirth ending.
James.
Mary. You look so peaceful. Forgive me for waking you. But without you, I just can't go on. This town, Silent Hill. The old gods haven't left this place. And they still grant power to those who venerate them. Power to defy even death. Mary.
So there we go. We got the Defy Even Death trophy, and now we're gonna get the platinum. Well, first party like it's 2001, and now we should be getting the platinum. There we go. You made me happy. So we are officially done with Silent Hill 2 Remake. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. If you did manage to stick all the way until the end, congrats, for making it this far, and also thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't have to spend as much time putting this video together, but it was still a bit of a process, so I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please comment, like, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys later. Peace.